Hi, friends. My name is Toni Cureton. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Life Skills FYI. Life Skills FYI provides a set of core adult capabilities to manage work, family, and relationships successfully. It's designed to help build the skills adults need for life. Life Skills FYI teaches skills of planning, awareness, focus, self-control, and flexibility. They are daily living skills to promote successful, independent living. Skills that every adult should know, but were never taught in school. Life Skills FYI premieres on Thursdays at 10 a.m. on our My Virtual Academy Facebook page. Today, we are going to talk about, we're continuing in our Smart Consumer series, and we're going to be talking about what to know about expiration dates on your food items. Food products often come with some type of expiration date created by the manufacturers and the grocery stores. Did you know that the dates you see on your food labels are not usually related to food spoilage? Instead, the dates tell you how long food will maintain the best quality, taste, and texture. There is no standardized system for food dating in this country. Federal law does not require food quality dates on food products. The one exception is on infant formula. Federal law does require that a date be placed on all infant formulas for safety. This means that according to the USDA, Food Safety and Inspection Services, food products are safe to consume past the dates that you see on the label. The FSIS recommends that regardless of the date that you see, consumers should evaluate the quality of the food before deciding to eat it or throw it away. So, what exactly do expiration dates mean then? And how long is your food really good for? Today, we will talk about a few simple tips in understanding how to read food product expiration dates and when to worry about food safety so that you can be a smart shopper and waste less. So, depending upon where you live, you may see different dates on your food products, and each date has a different purpose. Based on the information from the Food Safety and Inspection Services, if you understand expiration terms, you can better interpret how long your food will last. If you store and handle your food properly, you increase the likelihood of your food being safe to eat even after the date that is printed on the package. So let's start with the stamp that you may see on your food products that says best if used by or before. This is a quality assurance date, and it serves as a suggestion for when the taste and the quality of the food are at their peak. Eat your food before this date for the best flavor and the best quality. But your food doesn't spoil after the date, but it may dry out or not taste quite as good as when it was within the time period that they stamped on the product. When you see the best if used by or before date on your food product, it is not a date that is indicating safe food consumption. Next, we're going to look at the stamp that you may see on your food product called used by date. Manufacturers assign these dates to food products. This again is a suggested date as to when you should eat the food for the best quality of the product. Your food may still be good past this use by date, because just because it's a day or two past the use by date doesn't mean that consuming the product will make you sick. You should always evaluate the quality of your food for yourself, especially after this date has passed. The use by date is only a safety measure when it comes to baby infant formula. When you're dealing with baby formula, then absolutely the expiration date is the time to discard it. Next, we'll look at the expiration date. You may see this stamped on your food products also. The expiration date uses phrases like expires on or do not use after. On most products, expiration dates are used on food products like we're just sharing infant formula. When you see an expiration date on baby infant formula, then yes, discard it. It is no good. You'll also see it on baby food, vitamins, over-the-counter medicine, cake mix, baking powder, and pectin. These products have an expiration date because after the expiration date, they may not function quite the way that they should. For example, yeast may not be as effective. It may not rise the way yeast would rise if it was not after the expiration date. Over-the-counter medications, they may not function quite the same. For example, cold medication, if it's expired and you take it, it might not help relieve the symptoms of your cold the way it normally would if it was not expired. Baking mixes and jams and jellies, they may not have the same texture as they should if you use the cake mix and the pectin and the baking powder prior to the expiration date. Again, with the exception of baby infant formula, which again should be discarded if the date on the formula has expired. With the exception of that, all of these other products, they can still be used past their expiration date, especially if you store the product properly in your home. It doesn't necessarily mean that they are spoiled, but it does mean that it has lost some quality in the product and you may or may not want to use it, but it will not make you sick. Next, we're going to talk about the sell-by date. You'll see this on dairy products mostly. Refrigerated products, they have a sell-by date stamped on them. And grocery stores use this date so that they will know how to and when to remove the products from the shelves. You can eat food after the sell-by date. For example, dairy products are good for 1 week after the sell-by date. Eggs are safe. They are still safe to use 3 to 5 weeks after the sell-by date. Examples of foods that use the stamp sell-by date would be milk and yogurt and cream, eggs, lunch meat, and salad mix. Again, you can still use them after the sell-by date, but you should always evaluate the quality of the food. Next, we're going to look at pack dates. Manufacturers and retailers, they use this date to track and rotate their inventory. Food products that use a pack date include canned goods, crackers, cookies, spices. Your food may be good for months or even years after this date with proper storage. Compromised packages that have holes or dents or bulges, you don't want to eat these foods at all. If you buy a food product and Once you get home, you notice that the package has been compromised. It's been opened. There's a hole in it. There's a slit in the packaging, from a box cutter that opened the big container that it was in, or if the cans have dents or dings or rust or are even swollen. Discard them immediately. You don't want to ever eat any package of food, any product of food that has damage to it, because it's not safe. You have no idea what it's been exposed to or how long it's been exposed. So don't eat these things. When you open food and you go to consume it, overall, in general, if it has an odor, a bad odor, or if the color of it is off or different than what it should be, or if the texture of it is different than what it should be, you want to discard this food. You don't want to eat this food. This food has been compromised and it is unsafe. Here are some general freshness guidelines that you can use to help you determine whether or not your food is still safe to eat or whether or not you should throw it away once it has passed its expiration date. Milk is usually good for up to 7 days in your refrigerator. Store it in the back because that's the coldest area. Eggs are good for 3 to 5 weeks after the expiration date. Again, store these in the back of your refrigerator because this is the coldest area. Ground meat and poultry are good for 1 to 2 days in your refrigerator. If you plan to use it later on, then freeze your meat right away. Cooked meats and poultry are good for 3 to 4 days stored in your refrigerator. Lunch meat is good for 2 weeks before it's been opened and 3 to 5 days after it's been opened. Dry rice or pasta or beans, they are good for 1 to 2 years in your pantry. Once prepared, they're good for 3 to 4 days in your refrigerator. Steaks are good for 3 to 5 days in your refrigerator, and canned fruit is good for 12 to 18 months in your pantry. Once you open it, however, it's good for 5 to 7 days if you store it properly in your refrigerator. So, by understanding the real meaning of expiration terms, you can avoid food waste and save money. Again, if the product is in a damaged package, or if it has a bad odor, or it's discolored, or the texture is not the same as a product within a good time frame would look like, discard it immediately. It is not safe to use. Well, friends, that is all my time for today. Thanks so much for tuning in to Life Skills FYI. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me. My number is 586-842-0558. My name again is Toni Cureton. Thanks so much for tuning in to Life Skills FYI, and always remember to adult responsibly.